Races is on 2 points, so lowest score wins. Great to see Wesberg up there, Shannon Eckstein, Kai Hurst, Ali Day as well. All the big names are up there. Tommy Atkinson, Minogue, Miller, Matt Poole, Trembath and Krieger back to 23rd, but it is pretty tight at the top, Nicole.
It is pretty tight, and consistency is the key, but so far Kendrick Louis has the perfect score. So as low as you can go after 2 race wins is 2 points. He's looking for a 3rd race win to finish with 3 points in the crown for today. Kai Hurst there.
Righto, gentlemen, you're in the starter's hands.
In the starter's hands, indeed. That's Andrew Book, the referee. Kai Hurst looks intense. He looks focused. It's all on the hands, though, and shoulders of Kendrick Louis. And Phil, again, they continue to head right. Look at that split in the group.
There is half of them are going to the right there. The group on the left there is actually taking their chances. There's a little bank just out in front of them where you can see that messy sand there. If they just get to the left of that wave, they might be able to sneak out without having to be hit by that little shorey. What that does then is gives them a much easier line towards the can. They don't have to paddle back as far.
Trevor Hendy, you're out the back. How are conditions? No, we'll get back to Trev shortly as Kai Hurst makes his way out on the board.
Good technique there from Kai, keeping his chest down on the board. You lift back as you pop the nose of the board over the wave. Corey Jones, who we saw before, nose at board cover up there as well. But at the moment, it's all about getting through those waves as clean as you can and just getting out the back to that clean water.
It's great to see here. We've been talking about it all day, that rip as Wes and the Seagull pop over the wave with Kai. If this group on the left's going to beat them out, or whether the group on the right that went out next to the rocks, this will be a great scenario to see which way is the fastest.
I wonder how Corey Jones's mum feels like when he's called the Seagull all the time. Yeah, Corey Jones there choosing to wear a cap for his board. It's board, swim, ski for this 3rd of the triple sprint.
The left-hand side seems to be more favourable there. We've got a little wave popping up out in front. The guys on the left are just going to sneak over that. Not only that, they're going to be a lot closer to the can compared to the group on the right.
Well, there's another wave out the back as well, probably the last of the set. So if they can get over that one, they'll be clear and can then go around the boys and get into that nice position, that clean water. But Kendrick Louis, he just needs to be up the front, Howie, in this last race, because he's got a good lead with 2 wins, and for him it's all about just being careful.
Tell us a bit about the young man. Obviously, we discussed the fact that he had problems in Perth last year, and Shannon Eckstein said to me at the start of the year, Kendrick has no weak leg. I'm worried about him as a competitor.
I mean, Clado and I were talking about him this morning. He's got this internal calmness, this internal confidence that it's just a nice feeling he portrays from himself, and he's not one of those people that will second guess and question anything. He just goes about what he's doing. He's very calm. I think part of that internal calmness is the fact that he's got a good coach, Michael King. He's in a good squad. He knows where he's out. He's very fit. He ticks all the boxes, and he turns up to the race feeling very good.
Well, very much 2 different groups as we see the fastest starts off the beach from our Telstra tracker. That's VX Sports that's supplying that to us. And we see the 2 yellow leaders jerseys out there. So Matt Poole off to the top of the screen, and we have Shannon Eckstein in there as well. I was going to say to you, Phil, is that Kendrick Louis, you see a lot of outstanding junior Ironman surf lifesaving competitors, but for Kendrick Louis, 3 times junior champion, he's made a really good transition at only 22 years of age up into racing it and mixing it and beating the big boys.
He certainly did. He had a crack at it a couple of years ago and then had 1 year off. He went and found the academy there with Michael King up at Mooloolaba, and he jumped in and he fit in perfect. He slid right in with the guys. He trains alongside Ali, Matt Poole, Alex Tibbetts. There's a lot of them there, and they push each other every day. And I think the biggest thing with Kendrick is that he's just built belief and confidence.
He's got good technique in each one of his legs as well. Like, he doesn't have any bad technique in any one of the legs. He's got good pace. He's got good endurance. And his skills, because he started at a young age, as Clado said, as a junior, he's got good skills because he's been doing it for like 5 or 6 years now.
Hayden Quinn, you're down on the beach. It was remarkable scenes at Perth last year, just to take you back, when Kendrick blew out his knee and you were actually helping him out of the water. It obviously took him a long time to recover from that injury, physically and mentally.
Yeah, exactly right, Howie. And you can see today Kendrick is on fire. There would be nothing better than coming out of Portsea and looking back and not seeing anyone for days, and that's what happened in the first 2 races. It's just excellent stuff, but in saying that, when you're out in front in Portsea, there's always someone chasing you down, and there's always plenty of waves, so you just never know.
Indeed, Hayden Quinn down on the beach, and Kendrick Louis, he's the man marked at the moment. Shannon Eckstein is right there behind him. The boys just moving through. There's Tommy Atkinson and Trevor. You're back in business out there. What's happening?
I haven't quite made my way out to the back, guys. I've been getting absolutely flogged. I tell you what, this is really, really challenging. We thought the swell was going to drop. It hasn't done that at all, and it's really standing up on the back bank. So at the moment, I'm trying to get a view of the guys, but I can't really report on just yet. Give me 10 seconds.
All right, Trev, they're just coming into the wave zone now. Look at Westberg just bending and pressing and waiting for that swell to come. They're all chasing Kendrick at the moment. I think there's a swell coming out the back. The boys doing everything they can to really put themselves in a position.
I haven't seen anyone win at Portsea 3 races. Phil, you might know this, 3 races out of 3 and getting a perfect score for a long, long time. So Kendrick, at the moment, being right up the front there in this first leg, is certainly looking like he could do the perfect race today.
Great conditions at Portsea. The Ella Bachet weather report. Look at that, 21 degrees, a few clouds around. Southeast winds 30 kilometres an hour. You need your SPF 50 plus, and that's the type of gear you get from Ella Bachet. It's none of this 30 plus stuff, Guy Leach. It's the full 50, which for a man that is 50 and looks 15, you must use a lot of that stuff.
I just load it on my body all the time, Howie.
They're coming into the wave zone now, and Kendrick Louis, look at him. He's working away. Shannon Eckstein's right on his hammer, though, and there's 7, 8, 9, 10 guys at the back pushing onto that wave. We can see the pan across the boys. They'll all ride it into the beach now, but they're chasing Kendrick Louis. Westberg looks like he's making some good ground at the front of the field also, and there's Shannon Eckstein in second position on that orange and green board.
Well, look at this. Kendrick Louis on the wave just behind Westberg. He's trying to fight over the top of this. He'll get over the wave on the edge here, and now they're both coming into the beach together. So great effort. Oh, it's Shannon Eckstein. So Shannon Eckstein's come through. So Westberg in first. Shannon Eckstein has come from nowhere. What a great board leg for him. So Kendrick Louis must be back on this wave as we look out to the water now with equal third place amongst a whole bunch of them.
Well, if anyone's going to make magic happen in a board leg, it was going to be Wes, and he has done just that. As the race is on for the transition now into the swim, you see boys grabbing goggles from their handlers, trying to get them on, and that was something that cost Wes last race. He didn't get the goggles on properly, he was uncomfortable with the straps. Hopefully no mistakes for Westberg this time.
Great to see Wade Kruger there coming back through. The South African didn't finish off too well towards the end of that last race. Trying to make up on that here. Ali Day lifting the legs, trying to drive in there and jump on Shannon and Wes's feet. Shannon's moved up in front of Wes. Wes is going to hopefully jump in behind him and get a free ride out.
Well, I hate to say it, but I didn't see Kendrick Louis come through the pack then. Is he up? Did we miss him just then? Because in first place, Westberg. Second place, Shannon Eckstein. But the wave next didn't have Kendrick Louis on it. Very odd.
Hayden Quinn will update us on the beach in a minute. Kendrick Louis, you can see he came in leading Westberg by 5 points. Shannon Eckstein 6 behind, so this is becoming extremely important. Hayden, you're on the beach. Have you seen Kendrick Louis?
Howie, Kendrick's hit the water in about 13th, so he did not have the best board paddle at all. Shannon Eckstein has dominated, and Kendrick has slipped right back.
Did you see what happened, Hayden?
Howie, all I can think of is one of those waves that just comes from nowhere. He's either missed it, he's fallen off a run, a chop's got him on the side, but Kendrick is not up there. He's going to have to swim very, very hard to get to the front of the pack.
No, we've put the moz on him, haven't we?
Well,
We're talking about who's the last one to win 3 from 3.
He was top 3, and all those waves come through. I mean, maybe he got hit by someone else's board as he was trying to get onto the wave and squeezed out the back. Is the only thing I can think of.
That was you, Leachy.
Nasty. I reckon I'll put the kiss of death on him, the poor bugger.
We'll find out post-race what has happened to Kendrick Louis after doing so brilliantly.
Well, that opens it up, doesn't it? Now, Shannon Eckstein being up there and Westberg being up there on the point score, they are right in it now. Tommy Atkinson's another one going well.
Throws it open.
This race is far from over. We're only onto the second leg. They haven't even come back into the break. When they do get back in, one of the greatest things about the swim leg is that if you get one wave, you can open up a 40, a 30 or 40-second lead. Now, if he's back in 13th or 12th or 11th or whatever he is, if he can work through and get one wave, he can pick up every spot.
Well, doing it very nicely at the moment is Westberg. Out of the two of these athletes, you would say Shannon Eckstein is the stronger of the two swimmers, but Wes sitting right on his feet, so he's getting a drag along. It's a little tiny bit easier sitting in behind there, so well done, Wes.
Well, Kendrick Louis looked to have this in the bag, but as so often happens at Portsea, A wave took him, and it's moved him right back in the equation. The Professor, he's right up there, Shannon Eckstein. The veteran Wes Berg, imagine him lifting the trophy atop his head tonight. Big story developing here, Phil Clayton.
Yeah, Kendrick Louis, you can see him there. He's just on the left-hand side of that big pack. He's back in about 10th spot. He's had a huge run around there trying to make up his spots. Obviously, after his first 2 wins, he wants to try and get in there and get as close to, if he could, Kai Hurst's feet. We see him there moving up on the left-hand side. Wes just sitting behind Shannon, with Kai making his way up there very fast.
Well, Kendrick will know that Shannon's up there. He knows that he's got to get up within 4 or 5 or 6 of Shannon to make sure that he still wins the day. So for him now, it's not about trying to have the perfect race.
It's about calculating in your brain.
It's about doing the numbers and going, I've just got to keep moving up one at a time, because if I can get close to Shannon and finish 4th or 5th today and Shannon wins, I can still win the event. And that's what he's got to do now. He's just got to be smart.
So going through the last transition, it was Berg leading, Eckstein, Ali Day, Wade Krieger, Mitch Miller, Matt Poole round out at the top 6. And it was Kendrick Louis rolled around in 13th position, 30 seconds behind Wes and Shannon. So he's got a lot of ground to make up in the swim. Still got the ski leg to come where anything could happen. And there he is now, just making his way around. So, Trevor Hendy, you're back out there. What type of lead has Kendrick Louis given up to the front boys?
I've got so much to put you guys in on. Amazing on the...
There, Trev's in a bit of trouble there. He sounds like he's underwater, but certainly...
He's not, just in case they're worried.
Yeah, well, Hayden's on the beach and he's got Kendrick's handler, and he might be able to fill us in with a bit more information, Hayden.
Yeah, I'm down here with Kendrick's brother, Bart, who also handles for him. Bart, tell us what happened to Kendrick then. You know, he's dominated the first 2 races, and then coming out of that board, he was in 13th place.
Yeah, he was in 3rd, and then he just got caught inside on that last set, just in the trough, and yeah, it was just too far in, and then nosedive when he was trying to pull down it, just too late.
So he's up there and the other boys came through, just missed out.
Yeah, they just pulled it on him, and then he was just too far down the wave and nosedived. So I know he was in good spirits when he going into the swim, so hopefully he'll have a big swim.
Big swim, a big ski leg.
Thanks to Bart Lewin. As he said, it looks like his brother might have stuck the nose under it. On the left-hand side of your screen, you can see Kendrick waiting for the wave. It's a little bit tricky to see at this stage. He's waiting. That's him there waiting for the wave. Now he's gone for it. Like he's cutting across at this stage. Everything seems to be going...
It's fine.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. Maybe it's where it re-breaks here and sucks up.
Well, I think that's what he was saying. He fell off the back and then must have come unstuck at some point.
Oh, there.
Still on the way. No. So I think it might be just in a bit closer, but unfortunately, well, here we go, because Shannon Eckstein has grabbed a wave in the swim league. So he's coming through now, and he's pulling through on the front. So in the middle of the pack, we've got everyone else coming through. There's a set coming through, but Shannon Eckstein has grabbed a big lead. I think that's Wes Berg on the next wave. So Wes Berg in 2nd place, the wave behind Shannon Eckstein. But Shannon Eckstein's got Plato a fair lead.
He certainly does. There's a group of about 8 guys on that back one. Someone with their head down now. I think that might even be Kai Hurst. You can tell by that right arm of his coming over the top. So Kai Hurst has moved up, and I think it's in 2nd place. One more person just getting off the back of that one in 3rd spot.
So Shannon Eckstein, he trailed by 6 points. So we need to know where Shannon is, and we need to know where Kendrick Louis is in relation to the overall scheme of things. The ski leg is still to come, but this man, he's a wonderful performer. He's having a great series. He's equal leader with Matt Poole at the moment, and Poole is back down the field. So things going very nicely for Shannon Eckstein.
Well, Shannon Eckstein, all he needs to do is win the race and hope that Kendrick Louis finishes back. But Kendrick Louis, what he's got to do is we see Joshy Minogue. He's having a great day today, the best race he's had out of the series to date. And he's going very well, but it's all about where Kendrick Louis is. So when they come out of the water now, it's going to be very interesting to see Kendrick Louis and where he sits compared to Shannon Eckstein.
Ali Day coming out of the water there. Wes Berg as well. Supremely fit men. Shannon Eckstein's already crossed the line. He's making his way down through the transition area, so you can just see what type of lead Shannon's got. Joshy Minogue's 2nd across the line, 17 seconds behind Shannon Eckstein at this stage. And we're still looking for Kendrick Louis. There he is out of the left-hand side, so he is well back down the field. So Kendrick Louis, who looked so dominant in the number 9 jersey, is in trouble. Krieger's in 3rd, Ali Day's 4th, Wes Berg 5th. The boys are all making their way across the line now. Shannon Eckstein, meanwhile, is out on the ski, but it looks like Kendrick Louis back in 10th position, so he's got some real ground to make up, but there's 6 or 7 competitors within 8 seconds of him.
Yeah, there's not much in it at the moment. Ski league being such a difficult craft to go and negotiate surf with, so Kendrick Louis, and he's a good ski paddler too, Kendrick Louis. So Shannon Eckstein, he can only do what he can do. He's got to try to win this race, make sure he posts the minimal amount of points, and then it's all about Kendrick Louis.